Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add a sound with the ball of the foot as the foot comes forward to do your next step. We start off standing with the body weight on our right foot with both knees bent. We're going to bring the foot forward and take a flat foot step. As we bring the foot forward, we want the ball of the foot to do a little glancing motion off the floor so it creates a sound. A sound as you bring the foot forward with the ball of the foot and a flat foot step.
When you walk, you bring the foot forward. Normally, you just walk and you bring the foot forward. When you add a brushing motion, a brush occurs as you do the through with the ball of the foot brushing the floor in a glancing motion, and then you take a step. A brush is just simply a through and letting the ball of the foot brush the floor as it comes through. So in clogging, to do a flat foot with a brush, it would be brush, step, 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 brush, step.
So at this point you have a sound with the ball of the foot as it comes forward. We call that motion a brush. Just brushes the floor as it comes forward and then a flat foot step. So brush, step, brush, step, brush, step, brush, step, brush, step, brush, step.
Let's back up and say this again. When you bring the foot forward, you start with the knees bent. As the foot comes forward, you're going to straighten the knees, and as you straighten the knees, the foot's going to come forward with a brush. And then you take a step with the knees bent, so it's brush, the knees become straight, step, the knees become bent. Brush, they're straight, step, and they're bent. Now, a lot of dancers will hear only half of what the instructor says, and they'll hear the bent part and won't hear the straightening part, and they go around the floor with the knees bent like so. Okay, now remember, every time you straighten the knees, you have to re-bend it. Every time you bend the knees, you have to re-straighten it. So don't go around the floor like this. You have to have the up and down motion of the body, and to achieve this, you do it by straightening and re-bending the knees. You're continually in the process of straightening or bending the knees. The rule is this: anytime that one knee is straight, both knees are straight. Anytime that one knee is bent, both knees are bent. So, let's do it again. Stand on your right foot, put your left foot slightly behind you, and bend both knees. We will start from here with the cue. 1, 2, ready, go. Then I'll say and or brush. It will be brush, step, brush, step. We'll do it together. Standing on the right foot, left foot slightly behind you. 1, 2, ready, go. Brush, step, 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 brush, step. Musically, it would be counted. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. At this point, the brushes are considered to be toe sounds, and the steps are considered to be heel sounds. All of the toe sounds will be created on the upbeat, which is the and count, and all of the steps will occur on the numbered part of the count. 1, 2, ready, go. And 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. Now, I'm over-exaggerating these bending motions so that you can see them take place. When you get up to where you're dancing more or less at full speed, it will just simply be a flexing of the knees that you will require.
Now, when I first started dancing, you did clog dancing to the traditional Southern Appalachian square dancing. And all of the steps were more or less a forward traveling step. You had very, very little steps, so were just stand in place steps. However, in recent years, clogging has changed, and it is more or less now a step that you do in a line dance. So we're going to start teaching these now, just simply standing in place, so that when you get to the end of this video, well, you'll be able to attend festivals or whatever and do what everyone else is doing. So if you just simply stand on your right foot, bend both knees, and as you bring the foot forward, you let it do the brush, and then step right back where it came from. Let me turn to the side. See, I don't have any forward motion. Now, if I want forward motion, of course, all I've got to do is just take the step forward. If I want to do a backward step, all I've got to do is brush and bring it back. That's a little bit harder to do, especially for beginner dancers. So just practice quite a bit, really quite a bit. Just standing in place, getting the foot forward, and then taking a flat foot step with the knees bent. The knees will straighten as the foot goes forward, and it will bend to come back and take a step in place. Let's get a little music, and here we go. Now, you hear the bass beat. That is the down beat. So when we take the step, you want to take the step on that heavy beat of the music. So just to get started, well, just simply bend and straighten your knees. Then as you do the bend, you're going to bring the foot forward to take a step like this. One. That's through step, through step, through step, through step. Then if you do the same basic motion and put the ball of the foot brush in it, it looks like this. Same thing, it's simply brush step, and you create a sound both with the ball of the foot and the flat foot step.
Let's try it one more time with a little bit of music. I'll give you the cue and we'll go together. Everyone standing on the right foot. 1, 2, ready, go. Brush, step, 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 brush, step. Remember, straighten the knees as the foot comes forward to do the brush. Let the foot fall from the knee so that the knees become bent and step straight down. Brush, step, 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 brush, step. Speed it up just a little bit. Brush, step, 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 brush, step. Okay, hang on, we'll be right back.